How's everyone doing today? It's CJ Halleck with cjhalleck.com, digitalbag.com, and in this video, we are actually going to be installing the template pages that we need for our website with a source install template for you guys. So yeah, let's just get to it. All right, so we are on digitalbag.com and we're here so we can grab our template. So we're going to go up into the download vault, and just a heads up, if you guys have anything that you guys need, files for, whatever, you can always come in here and check out the download vault. Got a whole bunch of different things, printable pages, business card templates, just a bunch of different things that I've used over the years that, I was, already created the templates for myself, figured I'd share them with you guys. So anyways, we're here. We're going to come down to the bottom left and click on default pages, import download XML file. And as of right now, it's on the bottom left. As you see, we got one more section filled up for a template, and then we got to start a new row. So you're just looking for the default pages, import download XML file. That's a lot to say. Click on download. It's going to open it up in Dropbox, and you're basically just going to download it. And we're going to save the file, click OK. And you're going to want to go to the download folder, open it up in the folder so you have it. We have it over here, off page in a different folder, so we're not confusing you guys. Now we're going to go to the dashboard. I'm going to click on dashboard and refresh it, make sure everything's good to go. Then we're going to come down to tools and click on import. And then at the bottom of this list, we're going to grab or click on install now under WordPress, and this is the plugin that you need to actually import these files and turn them into pages and stuff. So we're going to click on run importer, and I'm going to actually move this download thing, I have it here, over onto the desktop so it's easy to find. We're going to click browse, then we're going to get the file we just downloaded, which is bc-pages.xml, and we're going to click on open. Upload file and import, and then we're going to actually come through, choose the user that we already have that we created in the earlier, make sure everything assigns to this user, and click submit. We're not going to download and import file attachments. Nothing is there to actually download and import, so that way it just saves you time. Now everything is finished and you are done, and now if you come over to your pages, you will see all of the default pages. Now there are a few things I need to cover really quick before we move forward. One, most of these, if they have Elementor off to the side, they're empty pages. There's nothing on it ready for you to start designing. But these last three pages that don't have Elementor next to it, you need to decide if you need these or not. And this is where, when it comes to the legal pages, these are all templates. If you use these templates, you agree that I'm not liable. You need to make sure what's good for your business. I have an earnings disclaimer I put on every website by default. Should I decide, like with Pyroplex, more than likely I'm going to be putting up a resources page to kind of show where I get the wood from, what burner I use, all that, which might eventually at some point be affiliate links. So I need to make sure I have an earnings disclaimer up there. The next thing is the privacy policy. And we're going to go through these last two. The earnings disclaimer, you can come in and click on edit. I just have it up in a new tab. And basically come in here, and this is done with the classic editor so you can see the whole thing without having. But basically the only thing you're going to change if you're going to do an earnings disclaimer is, of course, you want to read through this and make sure this makes sense with what you're doing. But on this page, if you do decide to use it, you need to change this URL down here at the bottom to one of your own, to your own website. So I'm going to put pyroplex.com. And I'm going to click update. That's going to go ahead and update the earnings disclaimer. Now we're going to move down to the privacy policy and click edit. Sorry about the crazy noise. Walnut's acting up over here. So now you're just going to go through and do basically the exact same thing for the rest of these 2 pages. With the privacy policy, it's very important that you have an attorney look at this, especially if you're in the EU or you service anyone in the EU. Basically, I try to target all my content to the, just the United States for only one reason: the amount of stuff that it requires. Like, you got to take the person out to lunch and dinner, and there's a whole bunch of steps, and I just you don't have to take them to. I'm just saying. So right now we're just going to come through here and replace the URL everywhere you see the website URL. So we're just Plex. That's why I don't talk and type. All right, and I'm going to actually come through here. We're just going to copy this, and I'm going to paste this through. And if you're wondering how I'm doing this, Control C will copy, Control V will paste. So that way I just make sure I have it in between the dots. Paste out all the stuff. And like I said, this is a template, and this template was basically, I've added a few things and kind of tried to customize it for what I'm using, based off of the template from WordPress. And you're going to want to actually go through and make sure, if you use some plugins like analytics, stores data, doing comments, so there's a lot of things in here you just need to read through and make sure that it works right for you. And then of course we have the contact page. Click update. And then now there's one more thing to do with the privacy policy, and that is under appearance. I think it's appearance. Make sure I'm not missing it. One of these, let's see, where is it? Yep. Under settings, you'll want to go to privacy and then actually set the privacy page and click use this page. Now that you're set up for your privacy page, we're going to go back to pages, and we're going to do the terms of service or terms of use agreement. Click edit. Once again, these are templates. I recommend that you use, get an attorney to make sure you have what you need in these, especially the disclaimer, not just the earnings, but if you need to do a disclaimer, if you're in the medical field or something like that, there are some things that you will need to disclose in a disclaimer, so you're not having issues with the FTC or someone like that coming and shutting you down. So basically, all the way at the bottom, you're only going to have one more URL to change. Paste that in and hit update. Now at this point, we'll move forward designing our website. Of course, we got to do our header, footer, and stuff like that before we get to the pages. But all the pages are created at this point, and the reason we're doing this is we need to have a menu and all this stuff to create the header. So at this point, if you have any other pages that you would like to add, such as a services page or a products page, we're just going to create the pages right now. We'll come back and add the content design later. So right now, for me, the only other thing I would actually add is a portfolio page. So I'm going to go ahead and click add new. We're going to put in portfolio. Give it a name. We're going to come over to, where's that? Here we go. Come down here to the slug, and we're going to put portfolio. And this is, the slug is your URL. All the other ones have already been set default, like /about, /contact, /blog, stuff like that. So now that you have that, you have the URL set, you have the name in the way you want it. You just simply click publish. And like I said, we're going to come through and finish all this up at a later date. So you can see here, here's your URL. We're going to come through and actually make it look good later. But for right now, that's the walkthrough and how you create pages and installing the default pages. If you guys have any questions, feel free to shoot me a message at CJ Halleck on Instagram or Twitter. You can also send me an email, cj@cjhalleck.com. Be great. Stay boosted. We'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care.